and we're into Vertigo with Harry Russell.
And Hugo Byron.
That's him, and I'm Harry.
Don't confuse people further. tabseN running away from top ramp, but that's going to give the dual Berettas room to shine. Coming through with the dualies, it's faveN, but he's already down to 1 point of health, dinked by the Glock. tabseN moves in to trade these kills and keep it in the advantage of Big, but he is getting run down, and he is getting overwhelmed. Not too much for tabseN over at the short side. Caught crossing, Krimbo spams out Turtle. And now JOTA gonna try and fill the void. Do be sure to keep your eye on this guy. He's a bit of a keen gamer.
Yes.
JOTA has won. Any more? With a bit of help from Henny, it's gonna go a long way. Leaving this now all onto CSGO. He's had a really troublesome start to pretty much every big series. This can't afford to be the same. And ooh, it's a nice start to the 1v2. With JOTA knocked out, it's just Henny left to beat.
Bomb loose, and he re-swings from upper. CSGO, close shots, can't connect it. Knows that bomb is still default, even gathers a smoke. But guns out, headshot required, and they're just toying with each other right now. Who lands it first? CSGO, not in a hurry. Again, changing position, keeping Henny guessing. He's guessed right. Bomb gets secured. Henny waiting for the re-swing, and it's coming. Spot, shot, nothing connecting. This is the ugliest 1v1 you'll see all day, but someone's got to win it eventually.
Dude, like, yeah, someone is going to win this.
CSGO's getting whittled, man.
CSGO, like, second by second is going lower and lower on health.
We've all been here.
It's the 1v1 of the century, and Henny with the swing locks it in.
Dude, he's shooting peas, Harry. Frozen peas. They're like paintballs, but less effective. Oh, my dear. He tags him down, eventually finishes the job, and that's yeah, it's not a start for CSGO that you want, is it? I think it has to be said, he has been having trouble here. I mean, even just people pulling up his online versus LAN stats and making those comparisons and those questions about CSGO in this tournament. We need a game out of him today if Big were ever going to knock down MIBR. They looked really well prepped yesterday until the third map. Big on a full eco, though. And look at this mid stack. They're triple boosting in mid. This is awesome. Don't see this one every day. If they get mid-walk, they're dead, but there's no one there to face. And I can assure you, MIBR shouldn't be checking the spot. Shouldn't.
If they check it,
they won't check.
Will you get JOTA's face tattooed over your face?
On my face, yeah. I'll wear his skin on my skin. Flash is good, check isn't apparent, and faveN's waiting.
Oh,
they sneak right by.
Missed the boat on this one, but
if they go back to Tetris, there could be a chance. Stay on it. Your sunk costs. Oh my god.
If you build it, they will come.
I don't know if that's holding true here, Harry. I love how Big it's just keeping it up. The biggest tower you'll see today. Oh! Oh! You can't blame faveN, man. He's not had a clean shot. And they've had enough.
And Turtle saw it, I think.
Right at the end.
I think he did see it on that little jump. So does that count as them checking the boost? Does Hugo have to get JOTA's face tattooed on his face? I don't think he does.
I don't think he does.
No, I'm on your side here.
Oh, thank you. Then why even say it?
I'm on your side, little guy. It's fine.
Little guy, all right. But this is the replay, yeah. Full flashed out. Like, he can't see anything here. He can see nothing.
I love that we got it on replay. Like, we just watched it do nothing for the whole round, and then it's like, here it is one more time in case you missed the moment. It did nothing. Right back in with the buy. Big. They've got everything they could possibly need.
Those deep smokes down ramp. First kill comes onto CSGO though. Spammed out. faveN mollied as well. Got to give it up. Util Krimbo on an off angle. tabseN wants a bit of vengeance. Has that one way to play behind. MIBR are taking their sweet time on this T side. Knowing when you're this early in the game, every rifle round is almost a 2-for-1. With Big being broke. MIBR, they get that A pick, they reset back B with all 5 players smoked out. If they have good flashes, which we've seen they bloody well do, They can come through this. Blimey, that's an execute.
Oh, Krimbo burnt out by the Molotov. And yeah, this one's gone very, very dire, very, very quickly. I mean, that's the round. With those 2 kills over towards B coming down the pipeline. Big already knocked out of this one. They're left saving. Very lovely little exec throwing in from MIBR. You know, I think they've obviously showed us a good deal of Dust 2. We've been saying that they've been trying to make it a bit of a home map, and I like that Vertigo is another one that they've put a lot of their attention into. You know, I think when you kind of look at the individual pieces here, for the MIBR squad, when Cello was in it, you know, this was a good map for them. For Henny as an individual, this always used to be a map he could dominate. You know, I'm thinking back to, like, Furia, really, when I say that, but man, like he was a huge proponent of why Furia for a solid, I would say, like year when everything was kind of split up into regions, were the best looking Vertigo team, and I think Henny was a huge part of that. So you know, you've got some really nice pieces to make Vertigo your own, and you're already kind of seeing some B execs that have the same ability to make the CTs uncomfortable as what we get from this team on Dust 2.
Yeah. One of the reasons I was even excited to see MIBR here in this group was because they've been playing in Europe for a few weeks now. You know, for a while they've been getting some good prac in, I imagine. They've been playing some you know, tier 2, tier 3 teams and getting a lot of wins there as well. So they've been putting in the work, and yeah, executes like that show that MIBR are well drilled on their map pick to begin. Another pickup ramp. This time from Bia Anazan, and he's going to move up with it, take that short side through the smoke. Krimbo doesn't know, and tabseN's a sitting duck. Doesn't get cleared on the sandbags. That could be something for later, but JOTA's coming up. Doesn't have a molly. Seems like he will face this anyway. Blink. Oh, that's a spicy meatball there for Krimbo. Hits the head. Bomb loose on A. That's going to call rotations for Big. They know that short is corrupted, though. Any more, Krimbo? Any more? No. Bomb retrieved. They set up smokes. Krimbo gets dropped, but there's a trade. TiSSN can save the day. Oh, no armor, and he just gets headshot by Henny. It's going to be MIBR holding on to that round, getting rid of the pistols as they should. Big with a bit of a surprise in the middle, but saving the day not. CSGO can get that AW. What's he got?
I hope that CSGO can hit the ground running a bit here. I think he needs the confidence boost. I think we all need the confidence boost around CSGO.
He was such a star for so long in this team. I mean, remember Big, even for a moment, hit #1 in the world back in 2020. So CSGO was a huge part of that. He's got a big task on his plate this round. 3 in middle. Gets that first shot off, gonna leave. Playing it safe, not wanting to concede that advantage.
Kind of a bit of pill for MIBR to swallow. They wanted to try and trade it, but once they realized they kind of missed that second window where the AWP can't fire, they realized that, you know, getting a 2-for-1 out of it, that's cursed. That's not worth it in mid. So they back out. They tried looking elsewhere. In doing so, they lose Turtle as well. As they go back into ramp, tabseN's already taken it. I think Big have just got too much map control here. They won 2 opening fights. There shouldn't really be a way back in for MIBR. Even though they get that kill on a tabseN at bottom ramp, it's at quite the cost.
That's awkward.
Has fluffed the nade. That kind of... that's a little rough, because now they know he's here, but, you know, with 40 seconds left and Keto all the way in spawn, it's still a pretty safe bet to look at Big as the victors of this one. Henny's left saving his AK. Just going to look to get out of there, no longer trying to win the round. And so Big will arrive with their first round on the board here and now.
That's a double fluffing for faveN, right? He tried to put the smoke on the molly so he could swing and trade tabseN. tabseN did a lot of damage. faveN would have been able to get both those kills in theory, but the smoke bugged on the molly and it bloomed insta as it should, but it didn't put the molly out. So yeah, followed up with a nade that misses. There were 2 chances there for faveN to kill every player for MIBR, but it's fine. One makes it out. Big take a very clean round. CSGO gets his pick in mid and survives. All in all, perfect start to the game for Big. They're on the board.
Took me a moment to realize it's CSGO with a little notebook in front of him. I thought it was his passport, and I was like, mate, he's really doodled in that. And why has he even got it?
What?
Where's he going? He's like ready to fly home after this one.
It's a round robin. You got 2 more days to play. You got to play everyone. You're not eliminated yet, Big. We get it. You're 0-2 in the group. There's still a way back.
Flashes down the ramp. tabseN really making an effort to get involved here. That molly's nice. Going to force this player out of the corner. Spam could have connected there, but he never went wide enough. CSGO now posted with the AWP, and he's got one on the other side and is waiting around at the bottom of ramp, so we might have a clash of the AWPers here. I gotta warn you, CSGO, Henny's pretty quick.
Now, flash back off CSGO. I like this passive line as well. Jump spot to bait them in. And he can't see a thing with those smokes down. They're going to go wide on it. Oh, that's really awkward. CSGO getting tickled. Still gets out of the fire. tabseN gets involved. Ooh, that looked dead on, but he got shot by the AWP through the yellow right before he took that shot for CSGO. He never got the bullet out. I bet he thought he fired there. I bet his finger pressed his mouse, but he was already dead. Smoke down by Big. They're a man down. 30 seconds, however. MIBR still committing here. That's a huge kill. Can tabseN survive, though? Turtle's right around the corner, getting peppered, covering fire from Krimbo. They don't have time to waste a Molotov and wait for this sandbag position. They got to go.
Oh, that's kind of brutal. That means Krimbo really should win the round, right? He's in the power position. If he drops the bomb with so little time left, he's done it. And the more they go, the longer they go without contact, the more they assume it's clear. He drops the bomb. With it, the round is Big's. They don't even need to fight now. That little swing out from faveN was just to really make sure they can't sprint up, plant the bomb, do anything wild.
Yeah. That was nice. Really good stalling for Big. You see they're cycling one-way smokes on the top of that sandbag as well. You know, you're not smoking the choke point out, but MIBR don't want to push when that smoke's down because they know they're going to get one way, they're going to get shot through it. Very unlucky rounds. Not necessarily a misplay. He eats the molly, he gets wall banged, and then he gets sprayed. So CSGO didn't do anything wrong. CSGO did nothing wrong, Harry, but still.
I'm expecting to see more rounds go down like that. That's my hunch for this game. I think there's going to be a lot of Big just trying to win rounds at a time. If MIBR have kind of made one thing clear throughout this, it's that they're kind of like default more often than not is that of a slow one. They will throw a couple of fast rounds in at you, especially on a map like Dust. I think we'll probably see a bit less of it here on Vertigo. I imagine the B plays will be the more up-tempo ones where they have this nice kind of execute ready to roll out. But, you know, for the most part, the default's going to be fairly slow. And I think, you know, FaZe G2, the other opponents that MIBR have faced so far, probably went into it playing their own game, didn't really feel the need to do too much research on the opponent there. But I don't think Big have that security, and I don't think Big are that sort of team anyway. I imagine Gobby will have had a look at those other games from MIBR, knowing how important this is for 0-2 Big. And so I think they're going to try and use the clock to their favor. Now, BR has opened up this round in a very big way. faveN and tabseN were not at all prepared for that sort of pace out of MIBR. CSGO's dropped the bomb over at short. It moves in alone. BR still doing everything he can to fight for this A control. 3 in the round, and you'd like to think he'd done enough. Bomb now retrieved, Henny went and grabbed it, and the rest of MIBR are taking B.
Yeah, that penny dropped too late there for Big, and BR got so much room, but knew he was still going to be a dead man. MIBR were never following him, you know, especially once that bomb got dropped. They were already trying to take the other side of the map. Great round from the young in the site. Double headshot entry, clears CSGO out, who swings wide out of short. He felt like he was getting walked on, perhaps. And it's going to be MIBR walking back into B late for a 5th round. I'm liking this T side already. It is looking very well, you know, well prepped, well started for MIBR. There's an AWP to save here for Krimbo. It's still a great beginning to the game for the Brazilians. And, you know, we covered a fair bit of MIBR pre-Henny, with Cello in, with BR and Azam being that main AWP. We were really enjoying that. But I want to ask you, Harry, what do you make now that he's back on the rifle? He looks sharp.
Yeah, no, it's very, very cool, you know? I think, if anything, how quickly he adapted to the AWP, and really, you know, I think he looked like a very, very competent AWPer. That definitely gave you a sign that he was a real star. You know, this idea that he could kind of swap between two highly impactful roles, going from being like one of the kind of, you know, like star prospect riflers into an AWP player. You know, in the meta we're in now, your AWPers can't really afford to be middle of the pack. They have to be finding impact. So the fact he was able to do that already was a very, very good sign for BR and Azan. And now you put him back on his kind of, you know, original role, the one that maybe he's even more comfortable in the long run. I think it makes a lot of sense that he's been looking this good.
Absolutely. Big with more boosts, man. They're pulling out all the tricks today. I love this angle from CSGO, but unfortunately he'll get nothing done. There's no mid play. It's another flat B rush for MIBR. A couple of Molotovs, a couple of flashes. Oh, Keto back at the site. They're not even looking, but he's missed 3 sitters. 4 now. Pushed back by a Molotov. tabseN's thrown himself into the site, but he'll only get 1 as that smoke helps out exit. faveN goes through. faveN goes through. He is right behind with a flash from Big. He goes popping in. Can't get anything done. JOTA was very ready after throwing his own util, rather. 3 on 2. CSGO still has this AWP, and no one's crossed default. If he holds that pixel gap, there's a chance. Going to set up high over the top for that angle.
Oh, I do like this.
Yeah.
Right, because when you're on the other one, there are ways that the T-AWP can try and get involved there. It can get a bit awkward if you miss that shot and just get tapped out.
Just some great calling, though, for JOTA to slow this one down. I wonder if Big doubt themselves if they move away. Even if they don't leave and they still recommit to B, in the back of Big's mind, they're getting flanked right now.
Yeah, you know, the one thing that I think will make him not leave is there's a lot of guns here, which makes it more than worthwhile for Keto to hang around anyway, right? They're going to try and run boost over, going to try and use...
Henny, you meant to run with that, bro. Is Henny okay? Has he crashed? Is he good? Who knows? They got to cross in. And he's crashed. 2v2. 5-second pod. Keto hit ahead. Hit ahead.
Oh, Keto's going to dig it out.
1v2.
Henny's kind of like stepping around in a day's start.
Maybe
he's back. He's back. Henny's back. He's online. He's shut down for a moment. Here he is. Factory settings. It's a big reset for Henny. Oh, and it's close, but not enough. CSGO wins the 1v1.
I was wondering when Henny was doing that run boost, I was like, he's looking the wrong way. Is he gonna just run with it like left? But oh, that's so unlucky. That's a really bad time to crash. A very different round if that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I would love to know what actually happened.
I guess, like, he was disconnecting yesterday in that phase game. He disconnected 2 or 3 times after he died, rejoined. We had some audio issues. I don't know what it was. I just saw him jumping around, standing still. So maybe tabbed out, maybe had a monitor problem. Who knows? Tech issues can present themselves in many different ways. And Henny, that's going to piss you off. Damn, that was an MIBR round in the can, Harry. Instead, Big win an eco with a couple of guns.
Oh man, that's rough. That's an annoying round to have those crop popping. They're never fun. No team ever encounters a tech problem and goes, wow, I'm glad we had that. But you know, they do happen, and it ends up kind of having a bit of a dire consequence for MIBR there. Now, you know, on the flip side, I gotta say, some nice shooting out of Big.
This is Henny playing off his teammate's monitor right now.
Yeah, so his
That's
monitor
how he was playing. He's yeah.
Bro, that makes him almost clutching the 1v2 even more impressive. He's literally playing off of someone else's monitor. Can you do that?
No.
Henny almost won a 1v2 when he couldn't even see what was happening.
That's, yeah, that's crazy. We've seen that a couple of times have to happen, but damn, unlucky. Craned neck. faveN throws himself through the ramp smoke, and JOTA will trade that kill, but there's still many a smoke down on the ramp, and tabseN shoots right through them. 4 on 3, another one-way. Big have continued to show us tricks in the CT side, but getting a bit tricky as exit and spawn, holding for the aggro. Thank you for the free B, as MIBR now have opened up half of the map. You can see Big running that rotate all the way back to the site.
hunting the bows well, and he still looked kind of smiley after that last round. He's always smiling, is Henny. I feel like he's the kind of hard guy to get in his own head in these sorts of games. Nice quality to have, considering he's kind of the grizzled veteran of the squad nowadays with Cello's departure. CSGO holding on. He's going to start to have some MIBR guys coming his way in just a moment. Smoke's down. It's the proper wall. CSGO trapped on the other side of them. All the big have rotated around. They've got 3 players here in the right place, the right time.
Ooh, no one's covering
They're going to
Paul.
run down the bomb plant.
dear.
Henny hung out to dry. An exit picked up over at ramp. JOTA's now going to win this in the 1v3. They're sticking it. They're on the bomb. JOTA, going to take them off of it. That is a really good try. tabseN at 2 HP is the man to close that out.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're not ready for top default after you kill that first play. You just want to get them off the bomb in case they have a kit, but that was a very winnable 1-on-3 there. Nice try. Yeah, Henny hung out to dry. Couldn't have put it better myself, Harry. There were a couple of flashes out for big, but even before the flashes, no one was even playing to cover. That short player had already backed up. The ramp guy was passive. They believed they were going to get a lot more respect than they did. The big flash through that fading smoke, kill Henny the second he gets off the animation, and that was never going to be a round for MIBR as much as JOTA tried. Big round for big, and JOTA, you know, even though he doesn't clutch it out, he's showing the same flair he did yesterday in that phase game. If you missed it, JOTA went massive. He tried his darndest on Nuke. Nearly 30 kills. No one in his team, even barely over half, wasn't enough to take down phase. They got a map at least. So Henny has not only got monitor problems, he's got frame problems. Maybe a PC switch coming out, the phones for the Steam Guard. Might be a minute here before we get back into the mix, but that's fine. All to get Henny set back up. I don't want him playing off of his teammates' monitors.
I actually quite like the idea of us just fixing all of Henny's problems.
Yeah.
You know, we've gone through great efforts to nerf Henny, and and his raw speed here. Yeah, no, this is good. I like that we're just going to get it out of the way. No more issues.
You'd hope.
Good for Henny to go back to it and be like, nah, let's just play on. Let's just see what we can do. But eventually decides, nah, enough is enough. I'm good with the I'm good with the tech problems, guys. Let's just replace the PC.
We have pit stops in F1. Let's see how quick the PC swap is now. Okay,
hey, dude,
it's started. The timer is ticking.
They're pretty speedy. You gotta get that stopwatch going.
I'm gonna be a bit late on it, but I'll give them a courtesy.
It's all good.
Started.
Courtesy 5 seconds on it.
Exactly. Stopwatch has begun. Admins are on track, on the scene, and you'll notice no one's chatting in tech timeouts. Everyone's got to keep quiet. I'm sure tabseN's talking to the admins, though. That's allowed. But no strategy, no preparation, no typing in your team chat. IT are on the scene at least.
Here they are. Quick pit stop, as you say. It's out of there. The cursed PC hath been taken away, everyone. Oh. tabseN's also getting just a complimentary...
Hey, if he gets a new PC, I get a new PC. Gob's like, hey, listen to what it's like coaching. Listen to the sick beats I have in my headset. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah. What do you think's in Citizen's notebook?
I don't know, actually. I would love to know what he's writing down. If anyone from Big is watching, try share us some of like CSGO's diary.
They won't.
They might.
They would never.
Maybe make a pretend CSGO's diary that's funny and post that as a meme. Because then it's topical.
Harry's always setting Big Clan up for some social media.
Yeah, I mean, the big guys are great. That's why. You know, it's very easy to, you know, want to hang out with them.
For sure. I'll never forgive them for the lack of Xantares' hand towel. The big hand towel.
Yeah, it could have been. I still think it could have been one of the better products, right? Xantares' hand towel.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, a little zoom. Do you speak German, Harry?
No,
speak German,
but I gotta give him some credit. I like this. He's got the highlighter pens out, right, to add a bit of, a bit of flair to it, like kind of organize himself. That's good. It's a good premise. You know, note taking. If you kind of set some good boundaries, some good rules early on, and adhere to them forever, makes it that much easier.
So the timer just hit 2 minutes, but like it was quicker than that because Henny's doing monitor settings right now. You can see he's setting up his GeForce, he's getting his Steam Guard going. You know, this guy's this guy's getting everything ready. You know, you got to get all those settings the same. So under 2 minutes for a PC swap out.
That's pretty good.
And a login. That's pretty speedy.
Yeah, like this is it with him booted and like ready, almost ready to go.
We get a couple of tournament PCs when we come to ESL events. It's always very fun getting to frag out in the evenings, perhaps. And man, I feel like I'm twice the player I am on a tournament PC just because I have triple the FPS and everything's smooth. And they come all pre-set up with everything you need. So
I could relate. My PC is just stupid.
Yeah, we get it.
It's stupid.
Why'd I put
all these things in there? Now it's like too fast. You ever get too many FPS?
We've had our Formula 1 fan Scrawny checking in and informing us that a good F1 pit stop is 2.5 seconds. I mean, that's pretty efficient.
2.5 seconds.
That's pretty efficient. 4 tires. I don't know what else do they do. Do they put in more like windshield wiper fluid, or is it just the wheels? Maybe they change the oil. I don't really know anything about cars.
No,
I know how they drive round and round and round. This is when Connor would say,
pit stop.
It's not in a circle. It's actually in a figure of 8.
Well, look,
NASCAR is more in a circular direction.
Hugo, I don't want to wreck you, but hating traditional sports isn't a personality. I'm
trying to make it so.
Yeah, I know.
If I keep working on it.
Some people like cars, some people like racing games, some people like CSGO, you know? Like, everyone's allowed to like what they like.
Yeah.
As long as they like Counter-Strike, they're all good by me.
Yeah, for sure. So number 1 comes pit stops, then comes PC swaps, lagging a minute or so behind.
Yeah, but dude, 2.5 seconds to change. I'm assuming that's like because if they're just pulling in and then the pit stop guys are going, yeah, man, looks good, and then like sending them back out.
I always wonder,
that's an easy
how
2.5
do you know
seconds.
You've really screwed the wheel on tight?
Yeah,
right? They're driving pretty
I
fast,
guess you just kind of find out, like trial and error, right?
Well, oops, sorry.
Oh no! To shave off half a second, the wheels come off now.
We're making everyone who watches this stuff rage at the moment, but that's fine because we have to talk about it no longer.
Ugh, what's up with this player model? That was all.
Oh, leave him alone, bro.
It looked kind of funky. Looked kind of fresh.
Yeah, coming back in though with a quick timeout. You know, MIBR want to get acclimatized back with the gun round. They just lost to an eco. It's not the end of the world. Oh, sorry, actually that was a gun round. The eco was prior to the big on the B site. But yeah, we're here. We're ready to go. 5-4, first map, pick of the Brazilians. Big waking back up.
All right, here we are. We're right back in, everyone. We promised you it wouldn't take long. We said the admins are pretty keen when it comes to swapping around a PC. It's kind of what they live for, really. So here we are. MIBR with pistols, a little bit of armor, and an up-tempo B play to bring us right back into the action.
Fast and furious. They're already in. I don't know if they realize the players cross default. Keto flicks back for a double, and these armorless players get chewed up, spat out. Big looking for a flawless round, and they might get it. Keto making money right now. Moving in for that last man of exit, who is a little bit late. 4 kills for Keto. Feels good as Big find 5. That is a neck injury. Now more gun rounds for MIBR. I hope this slow pause hasn't, taken the wind out of them because they were showing us some really good rounds to start this game. Some nice B executes in there as well. Let's get back to it. CSGO's Orb dons its head again.
AK's back out for MIBR. That's a pretty meaty nade. Bia out of Enazan, brought down low. Turtle boosted up here.
Can just jump in if he wants. Keto will have no idea. With this smoke, you have a false sense of security. Ooh, yeah. As soon as he gets up, that big flash pushes him off the mark. So Keto remains control of B, and Big continue to take map. They pushed all the way down to A. tabseN, there's a low player there, he's going to finish him off. No smoke to cut off bridge, but they might just take what they've got and run. 5 on 4. MIBR constricted to B, want to retake this position before they go into what would be an obvious B execute. This is a lovely angle for CSGO. Can he hit the shot quick? Yes, he can.
All right, CSGO, not playing around. That's a tiny little pixel angle, and he's been able to take another man out of the round from it. Now holding for more. CSGO, that was another attempt to remove players from the round. Keto's getting aggro through B, but that's going to feed JOTA a kill. Still, with 20 seconds, I think MIBR are just saving, and that looks to be the call made. They back out into spawn. And, you know, you kind of get these rounds with MIBR sometimes. I think this is something that's going to come, you know, when they kind of really have some of these protocols nailed down for moments like this. I think you kind of already need ideas for how you want to approach rounds that have gone very badly, like these 3-on-5s. It feels like MIBR always just get stuck defaulting, hoping they get fed. And even if they do get fed, very rarely do they get fed enough to actually bring them back into the round. So you kind of end up with some of these non-starter rounds, especially kind of guilty of it on their T side. You know, it's something that we had a lot in that phase matchup just the other day.
I want to see if JOTA can cook up a remedy to this A ramp control, right? Like try and get some of those smokes in the mid ramp. I think it was Big who really came up with a really nice T side ramp take smoke where you throw it a bit deeper than the ones the CTs get to allow you to walk up close on the wall. They're going to throw that exact smoke up here and run with it. tabseN gets flashed out. Some strong utility up ramp for MIBR, but Big have the nades. We know they do. That one dunks. Still only 3 AKs in this round, 2 smokes. They both have to make a wall on this A site. Krimbo would fight above it regardless. And Big, if they could hold these mollies, hold these HEs, they can dunk the plant. Right now, it looks like they want to fight in front of any smokes. Stop a plant. 4 on the site. Oh, close shots, but MIBR are not in a rush.
Yeah, this is already a nice bit of control to have. One of the problems is that tabseN's been so willing to take ramp away. Already just having this sort of foothold is more than MIBR have been able to get away with. Now Big are re-aggressing. They are going to look to fight for this ramp control all over again. They might end up unintentionally feeding the beast here. JOTA turns it into a 5v4. And Big, they're going to try and set Krimbo up at the sandbags again. I mean, hell, he won a round doing exactly this. They know that MIBR like to move very, very slowly in moments like this. And so, considering it's down to the final 25 seconds, once more, we're in this spot where if Krimbo gets a kill in the right place, there's no molly to clear him, by the way. If he gets a kill in the right place at the right time, he'll win the damn round for Big. And wouldn't you know it, they've done it again. Not checking sandbags. Who would have thought it could betray you twice?
He will die eventually, but he did his job. Held out just long enough. There was some early peaks from Krimbo, but I love how much he tucks when he realizes, you know, I have 10, 15 seconds to play this out, and MIBR are not clearing me. Yeah, I'm not liking these ramp hits from MIBR. They get full ramp control. They even get the 5-on-4 when faveN pushes short after the smoke and Big concede, and still MIBR looks so hesitant to actually hit the site. Sure, lack of util's a problem. They know the orb's short, but they wasted one of their smokes just on ramp. They never threw the wall, and you can see there's only one down there. That means they can't even clear sandbags. They have to focus forward. There's a huge gap in the site. So once they get the top ramp control, MIBR don't look like they know what to do with it, at least in 2 or 3 of these rounds right now. Wasn't the problem earlier on. They were just running XX pretty early. Now they're going to go back to something different. Here in middle, CSGO, he's stepped up. He's come alive in the last few. Just been getting his one and dones and getting out alive. Another one, he might even re-peek. He's feeling it. They have crossed past. They'll hear him run over Con. The flash, team flash, full blinds via Enazan. And now he's got to worry about CT because that molly has faded. CSGO, they're dropping onto him. Pistol out, teammate there to trade. Keto sees them cross. He's trapped though and double peeked by both players in the site. However, the bomb came over Con.
Yeah, that's kind of rough. Bomb out in no man's land. Even that smoke landing on it isn't going to do you massive favors. You're still kind of worried about connector. faveN. I like, he's waiting to see if anyone tries to swing out for the CT peak. They do manage to get the bomb back. They've taken it from right under faveN's nose, but that's a lovely flick on the AWP. The bomb dropped all over again. Oh, and by the way, tabseN left the CT spawn, left middle, and has now flanked B ramp. So Turtle's odds of winning this round getting worse and worse by the second. Careful, maybe he threads the needle. He could. Maybe he's found this gap over the connector with enough time left. He knows he's got them, and they've got no idea where he is. tabseN's now cleared out the B site. They've started to realize it might be the A play, and so Krimbo's here. He's able to just run down the bomb planter, and he'll lock the round in. Krimbo might be the guy to go and get the kill, but really that was all tabseN. That was all that idea to flank through middle, get the info, you know, come up ramp. He calls, guys, he is not in B, and the bomb is gone. That really only leaves one option here, and that's why Krimbo headed back towards A in the first place.
Yeah, really nice slowdown there for Big. They don't feel the pressure. A lot of teams would have fought for that bomb far more than faveN did. Just waited in the smoke on an off angle. And Henny just committed to the fight there. He could have just run back into B and got the plant. He had a teammate to cover. But yeah, MIBR, they've dropped the ball here in these last few rounds. A few opportunities sailed them by. And now the money will as well. This is a very risky force. With 2 rounds left in the half, they're not going to have much in the follow-up either. Max lost, sure, but without a bomb plant, players like Henny are going to be having trouble. They show some ramp control. They come back to a B hit. Keto's on a wide off angle. He's got to get a multi-kill here. One, it's not bad, but MIBR might just steamroll in now.
Smoke's good. It's going to just deny this play up the ramp. It means that MIBR can't go for that kind of up-tempo maneuver here in the 4-on-4. Buys a bit of time for tabseN to start leading over towards B. And this is all good, because you can leave CSGO to anchor down this A site. Now, it's a little awkward, I'm not going to lie, in this round. Normally, CSGO would be peeking down short, but he's here alone.
That's just RNG.
Yeah. You know, now I'm not that worried anymore. Now I'm not that worried. I was going to say, CSGO isn't peeking ramp, so they don't have the info that ramp's clear. He's holding it like passive from back on short. You know, going to just mean that you don't have like 3 players leaning B. But it still shouldn't be the end of the world. You got a nice little double setup with tabseN and Co. alongside one another. That third man's rotating over now. And Henny, even though he's going to get one, he's so low after that fight that there's no real winning this one. There's no winning this 1v3.
Yeah.
And so once again, it's another one of these saves getting called.
He even got the 91 damage. Dink didn't finish the kill. JRS is flying under the map to find AKs now. And yeah, it's not a pretty buy for MIBR, but it's not the end of the world. With max loss bonus, Big on a huge streak of rounds now, 7 in a row. MIBR can still afford to buy. Poor JOTA, because not just a kill that he can do nothing about, but that's so much info for Big that, yeah, they are recommitting B. They were going for a boost. There's more players here. And Big have been nice and aggressive in a lot of these rounds, right? Think about the amount of control they've had towards bottom A and bottom B. CSGO now starting sandbags, but I feel worried for him just because MIBR have lost so many rounds to this position. They might try and molly it. He's going to go wide. They're already up yellow, though, and there's no cover. They swing. CSGO's dead. And molly buys a few more seconds. Big have pushed middle. Krimbo won't be flanking yet. He went for spawn exit. Is ready. This is a nice angle for Krimbo, though. MIBR. And they've got that most of ramp.
Look at the minimap. B is full clear. Yeah. There is no one there. There is no one on B for Big. It's 4 in A, 1 in mid. Krimbo wins his mid fight. That's a huge dub for Big. His smoke does go down over towards B, and that might trigger like a bit of an overreaction here. Never mind. No longer worried again. Every time there's something that could lead to MIBR being in a good spot, feels like Big just find the kills to nullify it immediately. That smoke going down at B scrambled players over there. Big were worried that MIBR had found the gap, and now they learned, well, that's not the case at all. This was one guy lurking, and Big are kind of destined for the 10-5 half here.
Does seem that way. Two players just walking in B, flashed out. It's a good grenade, but with no kills here, no room for MIBR. They've got to fight their way through. Kito's here to close the half, and the nade certainly could do it for him. Krimbo steals the kills, and it's all coming up big here in this first half. 10 rounds at the end of it. A strong start for MIBR, but the technical issues plague them, and they never quite pick up their feet yet again. We're going to have to see if they can come back in the second half of their map pick.
Why is he just like the player everyone wants to be? Like the flicky, stylish AWPer and the aggressive rifler? Like, what's going on? Now for CSGO, he's got his work cut out for him. Ooh, bit of noise made, but there's CSGO, nails the shot.
CSGO, he's already on a double on this round. No one's watching it. CSGO. Oh, the follow-up. CSGO is on for the ace.
CSGO in the window is smoked off. This is for the map. This is for the game. And he's waiting in the window. They have no idea. The smoke phase from this shot. He gets the kill. He gets him off the bomb. The pistol's out. The P250 might just save Big once again. And he's done it all on his own.
Goes down, it will fall to CSGO, and he's hit some good shots. Very good shots, a double. Short on ramp, he taps away, it's a good Julie double up, and he hits them both! CSGO here with the AWP, but he's putting on a bit of a show. A fast wrapping long is Hunter. The only man left, CSGO.
Well, a great first half coming out of the big boys. They're 10-5 up right now. And for Henny and the gang, they did have some issues there in that first half that maybe got in the way, kind of stopped the momentum from building. They're going to need to recover here in the second. If we were to ask tabseN how he feels about this in one word or less, I know what he would say.
Based. Yes, that's right, tabseN. Based CT side, of course. Thank you very much for calling in during your match. Bia Era and Azam peeking ramp. But Big want nothing to do with it. They run below A, so MIBR hear those footsteps. It is going to be that B pop for Big. Double smoke, double molly. We saw some saucy executes in that first half. What a Big got for us.
Oh, a big B pistol by the looks of things. And Turtle here alone. Turtles often travel in pairs. And this one,
See ya.
this one's dead right away. And And from bad to worse, there it is, that old familiar sinking feeling. The pistol round's already getting out of control here for MIBR. Really, I think, yeah. I think it's just going to be a save here, if I had to guess. Hugo.
Yeah.
That's big. With a pistol up onto 11, a flawless one at that. Everywhere they went, they found players and they killed players. And now they're about to win a pistol.
Wow,
That's
simple
how
as that,
works,
Harry.
really.
What a stunning analysis.
If you kind of, if you break it down into its very core components, that is essentially what just happened.
Cool, look at those components on Big. 5 alive on the pistol round. Krimbo doesn't get involved, but Big find players and they kill players. That's an 11th round on the board. MIBR getting burned. Might even have to full eco here. You like to force on CT side second round. That's some speedy. Wow. Wow.
Wow. I didn't
That
even
is
realize
based.
that Turtle died in such an aggressive manner.
That's Turtle v the Hare, this one. And I'd say the Hare wins every time. Now Big can run amok. Get up A quickly on this T side. MIBR, they are going to flash forward with everyone here. Penny with the saved kit, but otherwise an uneventful round. And Big again have pulled the wool over the eyes of MIBR. Throw A util, go B.
Hugo, this is a done round. I'm just going to throw that out there
I'm
in case
not
anyone
disagreeing.
ain't figured that out. This is Big up onto 12. Now, I think we spoke about this last season of Pro League, but when they tested the Tortoise versus the Hare in real life, the Tortoise did actually win, which I know is a little surprising.
Was it the same as the story? Like the Hare got distracted and like what I don't even know this.
The Hare was just crushing him. Like went and got a
ice cream on the way.
Ice cream on the way.
Yeah.
Some gelato. Yeah, man, it was kind of dire for the old.
I don't know. I think if you put them in a track and you give them an incentive, yes, the Tortoise is always moving because it takes him a long time to get anywhere.
Okay.
So why would he ever stop moving? It's still going to take time. But if the Hare was actually trying, if the Hare cared about the result, if there were carrots at the end of the tunnel, I think the Hare wins on speed alone.
I say we update it for the modern age, and it's a Tortoise versus a Hare in the octagon in an in an influencer boxing match. And so, you know, the winner of that would then like claim the title.
Do they have mini gloves?
They do have mini gloves. They have to have mini gloves. That's
cool.
part of the
But
deal.
wouldn't the turtle just hide in the shell? Isn't that its whole thing?
Oh, so you're saying the Hare would get wrecked again for the second time in its storied
The key of the
career?
boxing match is, actually, I'm again talking about sports. I have no idea. But I'm guessing if you don't throw any punches, you can't win a boxing match. Pretty safe bet. I don't know. Either way, Hares, tortoises, potatoes, tomatoes, who knows? We're into a gun round. This is a massive one. Safe to say it's a big one for MIBR. If they don't win it, Harry, this game might be over.
Yeah, they really need this to MIBR. Turtle and Exit responsible for the B site. And these guys have got to trade favorably at a bare minimum. That is a good start. That is a nice...
don't fall off!
Oh my god. Turtle's playing with fire and he gets burned. tabseN somehow wins that at 7 HP. JOTA with the spray transfer suddenly makes it more interesting. MIBR just about holding on, and it's JOTA offering up the resistance.
Lovely.
A huge round from the IGL. 4 kills from him as he comes up big to save the day there and keep MIBR in this one.
What is this? Yesterday, JOTA kill 4 or lose the round? That's what it's feeling like. Big save for JOTA. That did not go well for Keto. I don't think he meant to jump again. Like, he was looking to fire on the default. You see here, he double jumped off of that head boost and in no direction but up either. So that's a bit awkward. Probably dead anyway with 2 players holding the boost, but even so, it doesn't make his job any easier, does it? And yes, MIBR win a gun round. It's huge. Keep them in this one. Put Big on pistols as they wait to buy back. Flash their way into A. There's only one smoke, but that's me presuming they're going to get up A without heavy casualties anyway. And with Bia and Azan here, there's a lot of doubt in that. Some nades going in, tickling at the toes of Big. And, ooh, that smoke, it looks like it fell through the map. It did indeed fall through the map.
Oh, that's a little rough. A little bit of a roughie on this one.
Wow, yeah.
There we go. Let's just start thinking about the next one, shall we? JOTA and Bia Enezan lock it down over towards ramp. Dude, I find it so reassuring that we keep getting JOTA putting up these crazy numbers, right? Like, that's super sick. But I feel like he's like inherited a very, very different team to the one Cello was in. Cello very rarely needed to have big performing games. Normally, he could always depend on guys like Turtle, Exit to put up numbers. JOTA was obviously one of the guys putting up numbers as well. Nowadays, Turtle and Exit are kind of the more inconsistent pieces, I think it's fair to say. Henny's also kind of had a bit of a mixed bag. It's really JOTA and Bia Enezan who have been the two to look to.
Oh, this is how Big got in the half, right? Go A, throw nades, go B. Except they've, you know, thrown a kill in there as well, just to make it sweeter. They're not leaving, though. They want to make MIBR believe that's the case. Stalling the clock allows a re-smoke on ramp. Kito's here to try and sell B. Are MIBR buying is the question. Oh, he creeps under the scope. Second player spotted. That's going to sell his position very well for Bia Enezan. The AWP won't see him. It's scoped in. Krimbo has to trade, but it's early warning again for MIBR. It's going to cost them the advantage. JOTA's so blind, and he can't get back in time. 4 on 2. Bigger poised for a 13th.
Exit in a really, really rough spot here. Saving's not really an option for him. He's kind of stuck fighting in this round. Does have support from Turtle moving in. Big setup at the ramp side just to play around the bomb. They shouldn't really ever lose this one, right? It's so easy to just tuck and play around this defuse, play around the bomb tap. You don't even really need to fight at all here. And so Exit, I do think the best path for him is just going to be the one that takes him out of the bomb site, out of the danger zone, and lets him hold on to the AK. If he does stay alive, he's going to be able to drop guns over in the next. And so suddenly MIBR have got a nice little investment up against 13. He will make that decision to just stay alive in this one. Ooh, but will they let him? Yeah, they've got no choice. He gets out with the AK. That's something for MIBR. Big up onto 13. Where things start to get real problematic, right, is if you lose this next round, MIBR are going to be running out of money. They are going to be broke. And at this sort of scoreline, that really should be enough for Big to just run away with it.
Yeah, nice methodical A play. In no hurry for Big. They let the kills come to them after that smoke spam. Let that hole get dug deeper by MIBR. We do have orbs out on both sides now. CSGO, a far better game than what we've seen in this tournament from him. Came in hitting his shots early as soon as he got his first AWP. Good face. 2 at B here. CSGO, Kito looking for this pick. A lot of Tetris players, so CSGO's holding for it. That Molly's meant to push him out into CSGO's scope, but no one is there. Turtle's close. Oh, a re-molly, but the flash timing is perfect. Turtle peeks Kito. He was just about to get naded, then molly. So that would have gone very badly. Great timing peek for MIBR, and they've even got one more down on ramp. Oh, 4x3. 4x3. Oh, dear. Bia Enezan, they're past you, bud. Will he turn?
This is really rough. His teammate at top ramp could get hung out to dry. He's scoped up right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the flash goes in. They've got no idea, but Henny will hold on. An insanely fast reaction out of Henny on that AWP. Turns from the flash back to ramp and is ready for a man up past his teammate.
The problem with, you know, that it goes both ways, right? Even though that top ramp player gets the kill, you know, Big don't know that MIBR have a man bottom short. So he was always destined for success. Drops the bomb as Big walked right past him. And that does not go well there for the big boys. MIBR hanging on here on their map pick. Couple of nice aggro moves. The flash peek at B. The walk down on A. They're being proactive. They're not playing scared. necessity if they want to win this matchup, especially starting with their map pick, moving on to Nuke. Ooh.
Oh dear.
Yerman Yeags.
One and done there up against the Yerman Yeags. Not ideal. faveN's now a lot deeper than they're ready for, but they do lock him out. JOTA holds the line. Exit creeping ahead of the generator. Even taking 2 more out of the round. And with this kind of late activation of Exit, who has started to step up a little bit more in these last few rounds, that's going to give MIBR a much-needed bolster to the roster, really. Just Krimbo left up in this one, 1v4. If he could get, you know, a kill or 2, that would be great, just to keep this money in a vulnerable spot for the opponent. And even that's going to be a bit of a mission for him. All right, here it is.
Oh, and he's hungry.
Maybe the play of the century from Krimbo, waiting in the corner with the Tech-9. Now they've crossed back to quad, and they've seen him, but he's seen them. It's a see-off. Who saw who the most? Henny.
9 rounds on the anti-eco. That's very impressive, considering Big's tendency to win their low econ rounds, and just Deagle's always doing. Won't let it get out of hand after Turtle goes 1 for 1 at B. Good save from Exit. Was always ready to for someone to climb up on double there. Really good headshot angle to play in a round like that for Big, but expected. Surprising no one. Four Glocks for Big. So expecting a mowdown. We've got a Zeus for faveN. How do you Zeus T-side Vertigo? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I don't know where he's going to try and use it, Hugo. You're the kind of pro
Yeah, I mean, what I
Zeuser.
would do is you take your, if you have a spawn, you take your spawn, you get up yellow really
that's
quick.
No good. He's already,
yeah,
he's already
exactly.
missed
That's why
that
I'm confused. You get up
opportunity.
yellow quick and you hold short for re-aggro.
So... But knowing that he can't do that, what are you going to try and do? Just like mad dash, bait everyone a little?
Team, yeah.
You go, guys, let me bait, I have a Zeus. Even though they have PT50s, which are more expensive.
Money isn't everything, Harry.
No.
Run boost Zeus to con.
Zeus, he's retired, isn't he? Right, JOTA holding on to mid. Oh, it's an ace! The team captain of MIBR has his way with them. And mid is off limits. They are starting to grind away back in. Taking control of the money now.
Yes.
Getting some clean rounds past them. Building up this bank account. Dodging the resets. Big. This is becoming a pretty terrifying beast to try and finish off. They might be missing some of their best opportunities here. MIBR are starting to believe in the comeback. Henny's bringing out AWP still.
That was a wrist slapper.
Might look to get involved early here, Henny. He had an all right spawn for ramp, but instead he's taken this AWP to the sandbags.
Oh, taste of tabseN's own medicine. Bittersweet, and 2 coming down through the smoke. That's one way to start a round, and you don't want to cool it off at 126, but 3 on 5 ain't good. Oh, maybe a trade back here, though. He dropped in, they heard it. Krimbo gets that kill. 3 on 4 now, Big. Still away. Climbing the smoke is safer than walking into the dry AWP, but Krimbo doesn't know that. Henny's even holding for the headshot angle. Krimbo goes wide, and he misses the flick, and there's no Molotov, and so no matter what they do, Henny's here to find a multi-kill. JOTA's going to swing in to save him. Krimbo gets tagged by the AW, and now the pistol out to close this round. Seems like MIBR are on the money, are on the comeback. Smoking off
that's desperate.
the sandbag player.
Please just stop peeking. Please stop it. An exit arrives from the short side in perfect timing. So MIBR, they win that rifle round out. Once again, it's another very, very clean one. You know, like, considering just a matter of round to go, we were saying that, like, Big, ooh, they could break the money. They could break the money as they get on a 14, and that would basically be the game, right? That's the terrifying thing about that spot that MIBR were in. Well, now they've built up a bank account. Now the guns keep coming through, win or lose, and so they've got that much more staying power here. It's going to make all the difference in the long run.
Yeah.
Big, they're on the opposing side of that. Now they're the guys running out of money after every round they lose.
Running out of timeouts too. They gave them a big talking to, but it's still a 3K eco round with one remaining. Laying down the law.
It's actually like one of these spots where the scoreline, sure, favors Big, but you can definitely make the case MIBR are in a hands-down better position.
Yeah, Big have won one gun round in the entire half. They've got the pistol and the anti-eco. Otherwise, that's it. MIBR are sitting on 4 in a row, 6 out of 7. Momentum has certainly flipped on their map pick. And honestly, like, you know, MIBR, I had high expectations relatively coming into this tournament for them, but at the same time, Big, you know, this is scary. They can't go 0-3 in this group. They started slow, but they had very difficult teams in their opening games. This is a matchup that Big kind of have to win in order to gain any respect from any more opponents. They can't come in this quiet. They can't drop the ball in this series. Even though Nuke typically has been a great map for Big, their recent games have been bad. And MIBR showed a decent T-side against FaZe on it yesterday, who are, you know, currently rocking Nuke. So I don't want to say it, but I think if MIBR win this map, they could 2-0 very maybe indeed, Harry. A pop with the smokes down via Enazan ahead of them. He can cause commotion, he can stop a plant, and he will start strong. Faven spams him 4-on-4 in the retake now. And I say that the bomb's not even planted. They're going to pull it back out. Someone's got to get it. tabseN, I don't know how he crosses here. They're going to have to flash him into position. As much as Big did in pre-plant, MIBR can run him down as he makes it to the site.
Oh, you would have loved that. You would have really loved that. tabseN makes it in. There isn't nades to punish him. They are going to try and run him down here. They hear him planting. Krimbo with the P250 has removed one of these guys. Faven's on a big flank, or was going to be, but now he's losing teammates in the site. They've called, like, mate, you don't have time to go around. The bomb isn't even planted for mid. You can't commit to this flank anymore. And so he's had to come and regroup over at ramp. Let's see if that second man being here gonna help Big out. First man down.
Wow.
And exit finishes the job. MIBR up on a 12. The bomb plant is nice for Big, considering they didn't bring a great deal into that round. Now they have a lot more money. Now this idea that they're gonna keep running out after losing rounds kind of dissipates because the loss bonus is maxing out. That extra $800 combined with what they had in their bank accounts already kind of gives them a bit of a safety net. And so this is where we enter the grind time. This is where, for both teams now, you are relentlessly battling this out till the end. Rifles as often as you can get them. And here we are. MIBR, they've done so well to pull it back to this scoreline. And they're showing no signs of stopping.
Yeah, absolutely. But they've still got to keep on the same way. Keep these clean rounds coming. Big in the lead by 1, but that could change right here, right now. Orb looking for an A pick on CSGO, getting assaulted with utility. Molly's forcing position changes, flashes, facing walls. Bigger in no mood to commit just yet, working both sides. tabseN, did he see? He should have, he could have. Turtle wide on Tetris. k1to and tabseN peel back. That re-aggression on B can come so easily, and MIBR can regain the info as they often have. Full reset back to A for Big. They're going to leave Krimbo in middle, or rather he's reset as well. He's dropped a molly on shore to stop MIBR from getting aggressive. It's going to give Big room. JOTA, he needs a kill out of this position. He can't just die like a sitting duck. Quack, quack, and there it is. k1to with the opener. Molly is here for that sandbags player as well. Forced out, given the chance to escape. Big, allow that. 30 seconds. Smoke's gonna get lined up. This is their best chance yet at a T-side round.
Oh, the reflash back in. It could have been nice, but Enazan only going to take one to the grave with him. Henny with this orb. He's had a couple of misses here on these sorts of A plays. He's been smoked off in this one. So he's going to have to wait for them to fade before he can get involved. That leaves Exit out on an island all alone. It's a lot of damage, but... Oh, Henny! Dropping the bomb with 10 seconds left. They're coming through. They try to fight him. Krimbo's dead. Keto removed. And Henny, he might have been a little quiet in some of these A takes, but in that round there, when it really matters, he's kept it in good standing for MIBR, who now tie this game up at 13 all.
Great ears on Henny, man. Heard exactly where that plan was. Had one shot to get it, and he stops it in his tracks. And, you know, part of that is coming back to not just Enazan escaping from sandbags, but MIBR having the util to force that alternate plan, right? It's the fear you're going to get naded, the mollies landing on default, all of these factors forcing tabseN to go wide on that plan, and it's such a powerful plan if you can get it down for the ramp, but that's the risk of it. Spam through a smoke, they saved, and even with that bomb being faked out there was a chance to win that 1-on-2. Both players were in the middle of the site. But Keto just quick scope by Henny, who saves MIBR and draws this back to an even game. Dear, oh dear, big. Where hath they gone? This was their matchup. They were dominating since that tech timeout. But coming up fruitless on the T side. It's MIBR who get to cherry pick their rounds.
Oh, this is faster than Turtle was ready for. He has made it back behind default, dodging the flashes, or at least the first one, but then dead immediately. Keto opens. Bigger going for the throw on this B play.
Ouchie.
Moving in, the nades are nice. Going to force a reposition out of Keto and bring him down very, very low. Maybe that offers up a much-needed kill. And a 4-on-4 now found. Bomb attempting the cross. Bomb attempting to make it in. Krimbo, the man tasked with trying to plant this, but he does knock JOTA out of the round. This one's got some legs on it for Big. Pushed up close to the gen now. faveN's here. Krimbo is still fighting. Might have the bomb on his back, but you wouldn't know it. He's taken fights every step of the way. faveN's crept through this smoke, and Enazan not ready for it. Deleted. Henny left up in the clutch. And even though he was the saving grace last round to find this equalizer for MIBR, the 1v4 is asking a little too much of him. Better off saving Big with a low econ round. That was, I think, 2 rifles coming into it, supplemented by a bunch of pistols, and they're able to pick it up on the back of a fast B play.
Krimbo's been sneaking into first place all game, but it's just been a lot of trade kills and double kills on lost rounds. It hasn't really mattered, but man, what a time to just go crazy there. With the bomb on default, he swings wide and takes another kill out of gens. That's so cocky for Krimbo, but it's exactly what Big needed. You see, they just throw pace into a round, and it completely catches MIBR off guard, even though Turtle was ready for flashes. There's just too many there to handle for MIBR. After some great nades, I mean, they double-naded Keto, they mollied him, tabseN even ran into that molly, but it's Krimbo with a retrieved gun off Keto's body that goes ham and finally breaks the silent streak for Big. After 6 in a row, stopped, and MIBR immediately take a break, take a breather. Because again, you have to remember, that's a flash in the pan. Big likely can't and won't do that again. If they do, MIBR will be a little more prepared. We'll have nades at the ready. We'll start 2B perhaps. And Big have nothing to rely on but one rush out of nowhere. They still need to fall back into more sophisticated T rounds. It's a great flash in the pan, but there's still a meal to be made out of these last 3 of regulation.
They want to try and get the alarm bells ringing at B again. Keto, how's he threaded this little gap out of this spot, man? That's 2 mollies raining in. and he finds the perfect little safe zone.
Dude.
Out of all the ways for this round to start, that really is worst case scenario.
Oh, you feel bad for MIBR. Their solution was really nice. They had a player in mid lobbing mollies over, bouncing off the pillar, and then landing at bottom B, combo with a second B player throwing the same util. They blanketed the bottom of B with utility, but not the stairs. And Quito stares him right down. Now they can just trade out kills. Silence is going to give this position away. Quick kill for tabseN, no problem. At 5-on-2, with all this comeback, it might be in vain for MIBR. They're both in the right place right now. They need to hit some quick shots.
Oh my god, hang on a moment. They've got 2 kills going the right way. Big now realize they're going in to both remaining players, but they've got no real choice but to keep fighting forward. Quito does have this flank, but that's going to leave a 2v2 inside of the site. MIBR, they will get caught by the flanking player. There's really no way they can be ready for it. But it's how much can he accomplish? How much can they accomplish in the 2v2? They drop the bomb. Krimbo dead. Kio's got this one, but he's gonna... Oh, no! With the turnaround! Now he's cooking with fire. And CSGO's left saving.
If he had an AK, Harry, if he had an AK, it's done. It's finito. But he wanted both kills with his teammates dying on the site. He didn't just want to get one and get traded. His teammate was too far away. CSGO was all the way back at ramp. That turn for Henny could not have come at a better time. And a perfect flank ruined a 3-on-5, a 2-on-5-1.
Yeah, insanity. Insane round, and Henny with the check, man. Like, what is that?
Look, Henny's not been crazy this game, but he's won 2 or 3 unbelievable rounds on this A side.
It's like the perfect chef's kiss moment. It's like we were saying, like, you were almost guaranteed to have that flank at least get one, but Henny having the foresight to check it.
Dude.
Oh my god.
That's gonna kill Big.
Chef's kiss, man. Henny, the cocinero of
no, that's
MIBR.
Spanish. Or is it?
That's Portuguese.
All right, I'll trust you.
Look at it. I even checked
Nice.
this.
Came in prepped, man.
You know.
Sorry.
We've been hitting the Duolingo hard.
Yeah, true.
And with good reason. We're going to need to if MIBR keep playing like this.
Damn, Daniel. All right. Oh, yeah, that's a fight. That's an engagement. Quick 1-for-1. This hasn't even got that A pick. Missed smoke on the sandbag. And he, of course, he hits it. Quick peek onto the AWP. Favin fighting in the site, dead to JOTA. 3-on-2, he goes wide, so does tabseN. Henny's still here on short. They can molly it, just stick the plant if they want, but Henny fights in front of the fire, has to respect it eventually. Flank coming in, bides time for it to big read this they have. They've gone right through their own smoke. They realize that second player is nowhere to be seen, and B is free.
Bomb now down.
Bomb has been planted.
Turtle and Henny. Don't want to let this one slip away. All on the back of Big, finding this gap for the B play. Krimbo, he said he's been sneaking up in a first place. He's still alive, he's still in the picture, still very much in the round. Back B over at quad, he's playing the long game here. Will he go unchecked? That's the big question. If they spot him, he's an easy kill. And yeah, Henny is going to check for it. tabseN deals with the threat and goes on to win the 1v2. Big up on a 15. Map point for them. They've been able to grind their way there. And now for MIBR, it's overtime or bust. This comeback either ends with bonus play and MIBR get to carry on, or it's all for nothing. And Big still move a map up in the series with their pick coming down the pipeline next.
Oh, that's such a lovely call for Big to realize that that flank was coming in. tabseN clutches it out. You can always rely on the captain of Big to put up big numbers. MIBR, their bank account finally shaved down to a measly 3 rifles against 15 after a mega come back. Faven faking A. He's kept 3 players in position. Turtle, a very scary spot. But Big don't want to announce this play with utility. They contact in dry. No molly on this position that they've been often abusing with utility. That's a nice headshot for Turtle. He needs more. Flash is perfect. He's got 2. That's CSGO's util selling his teammate down the river. 2 on 3. They've got to fight forward big, get control of the site. CSGO picks a rotation, but behind green there's another man. Molly's going to force him. CSGO hits another, and now Big can flip the script yet again.
Yeah, Arenazan flanking up through the ramp side. Krimbo looking like he wants to go back and check this. This fight's so important. If Krimbo dies here, there is way too much pressure on CSGO.
Oh!
He's been spotted, but the opportunity sailed past them. Krimbo gets out alive. CSGO now holding only has to worry about CT, and he knows the Henny's here. He knows he's dropped out of con. Krimbo waiting with bated breath is not giving this fight up to the ramp player, and now swings back for it. A lovely play, and CSGO there to close. 16-14. Big successfully deny the comeback to MIBR. Move a map up in this series, and now have nuked their map pick locked and loaded as the second map coming down the pipeline next.